we've already discussed the importance of the air and the breathing. But air itself will not make a sound on the trombone. If you blow the air through the instrument without the vibration of the lips, there will be no sound. No matter how good I use my air. So when students learn to play the trombone, they have to learn how to form their embouchure. What is embouchure? It is in general refers to the facial structure around your lips that is formed so the lips can vibrate efficiently. And the vibration sound can make through the instrument. Here's my embouchure. Now I'm blowing the air through my lips with the embouchure. That's the vibration. And on the mouthpiece, I'll do the same thing inside. Then on the trombone. As you can see that the sound is generated from the lips, the vibration of the lips. And through the mouthpiece and the instrument, it gets amplified. So the air and embouchure has to work really well for the trombone playing. And students can think that air is the gas and the embouchure is the engine of the car. They can't work without one or the other. So there's many ways to teach embouchure forming. So what I like to do to help my students is to have them to think about embouchure is a combination of a kiss and a smile at the same time. A kiss and smile. A kiss and smile. So make sure that the two corners of the mouth is firm. And the width of the embouchure when it's formed is not wide like this. It should not look like a smiley face, which the corners of your mouth are stretched sideways. The width of your mouth, when embouchure is formed, is not much different than when it's rested. Slightly more, but not much. Two corners are firm, and also the chin needs to be pointing down and flat. Flat chin pointing down. I like to think about the witch's chin. So good embouchure structure, I like to think is triangle structure with two corners, points, and one point at the bottom of the chin, forming a triangle. Also, a player should avoid tuck their lower lip under the upper lip, or stick your lower lip towards out. The two lips should line straight on top of each other. You'll notice that when an embouchure is formed, an aperture will appear. What is aperture? The aperture is a small oval hole that's between your lips when you have an embouchure. This hole allows you to vibrate between your two lips and also allow your air to pass through your lips. For beginner students, I would recommend to practice forming the embouchure each day or before the practice session, about 1 minute. Do it without mouthpiece first. Make sure the embouchure is excessively tight. No, you're not trying to make it very tight, but just to form a structure. As long as it's firm, then you're good. And the inside of the mouthpiece, of the embouchure, the red meat, should be relaxed and soft, so they can vibrate easily. Avoid to be too tight with the lips, but just a structure, a triangle structure, with soft center. Practice it about 1 minute. You can also incorporate with some buzzing exercise. Make sure the face is flat without bubbles or air pocket. Flat. Now you've learned how to properly form your trombone embouchure. Now let's talk about how to put the mouthpiece onto your lips. So the position of the mouthpiece horizontally should be in the center. Horizontally. Okay. Use the tip of your nose as a reference point. It should be in the center of your mouthpiece. This or that are not correct. In the center. Vertically though, in general, the mouthpiece cup should use to cover 2/3 of your upper lip and use 1/3 for your bottom lip. So you have more upper lip in the mouthpiece cup and the less bottom lip in the mouthpiece cup. A way to help students to find a good position of the mouthpiece is to find the little hole, a little spot right below your red lip, the bottom lip, and put your mouthpiece right below it, below the red line, and move it up. That should put you in a general good spot for your mouthpiece position vertically. Also, when you apply your mouthpiece on your lips, make sure that there is no excessive pressure. Don't press it too hard on your lips. Okay? So the pressure is only enough to seal between your mouthpiece and your lips. So the air is not leaking. Only enough force to seal your mouthpiece. So everyone's embouchure and mouthpiece position will be slightly different from one to another player, because we all have a slightly different facial structure and a little bit different teeth formation maybe. So they don't necessarily look exactly the same, but the points that we just discussed should be used as guidelines for you to learn your embouchure forming and the mouthpiece position. I suggest students to practice some buzzing on the mouthpiece, especially at the early portion of their practice session. To buzz on the mouthpiece, you can use long tone buzzing. Hold the same note Make sure the buzzing dynamic is not too loud or too soft. Stay around mezzo forte. And to feel the embouchure structure while buzzing. A good buzzing sound, in my opinion, is kind of airy. About 60% of the tone, 40% of the air. I hear lots of air moving through the mouthpiece shank. Stay relaxed and don't force when practice buzzing. Strive for an open and a full tone. Also, avoid practicing mouthpiece buzzing too long each day. I would say 1 minute of mouthpiece buzzing is suffice for each day. So the player can connect the air and the lips. And also to help player to feel the embouchure structure.